Yo, what's up? Back with another Smite meta update. As per usual, we're going to start with the Hunters and move all the way over to Solo Lane. But first, I am going to say that I have moved back to Twitch. It was recently told to me that Twitch had reverted the policy that took me off of Twitch in the first place. So my streams are going back on Twitch, which means watching me on Twitch does get you drops now, which was a really heavy hit to me when I streamed on YouTube. While YouTube streams, I feel like, ran smoother, they were a bit more delayed, and you didn't get drops from it, because my main game I stream is Smite. So, I do stream on Twitch now. It's going to be linked in the description, so check me out if you aren't already subbed there, or following there. Sub here if you aren't already subbed here. If you enjoy the content, if you find the information useful, because I do plan on putting out more informative content. And also, I have been uploading to TikTok and YouTube Shorts, so make sure you check those out if you want a shorter form content, specifically like this, or like the tips and tricks I've uploaded recently. But, let's start out. Hunters, not much has changed. You've got the same Hachiman, Rama, Marticaris, that sort of stuff. Izanami, X-Ball. But the Hunter build is relatively the same. And instead of Titan's Bane, you go Silver Branch Bow. That's pretty much what it is. You sell Death's Toll for Silver Branch. It's pretty much the same build. You can check out the last video if you want to know why the characters are strong, but to give us a quick synopsis, Hachiman is strong because he's safe, he has ridiculously high damage, very good tank shred, so that's just a very good combination of things. Rama fits the build very well, has safety with his ultimate in the late game, and overall, very high damage. Marticaris, this character's fucking broken. His ultimate takes him out of the game. It was claimed that that puts him in a disadvantaged state. It does not. Do not believe that for a second. Marticaris' ultimate puts him out of the game. He is untargetable, cannot be damaged. He is shredding protections and dealing a ridiculous amount of damage while in the air, and his cooldowns are still going down. He doesn't have anything else he can do while in the air. His movement is slightly limited, but he can't take damage while in the air. He is CC immune, and his cooldowns are still going while he's in the air. So you dump your kit, you go into the air, and by the time you land, your cooldowns are back up. He's not an auto-attack based hunter. He's an ability-based hunter. And because of that, his ult is not a disadvantaged state. Do not believe that. Regardless, this character's ridiculous. You can play him in mid, you can play him in duo. And if you don't have him in the god pool already, I would definitely practice him in a couple of games, get used to him. He's a bit different. But once you get used to him, start playing him, you'll start slamming ranked lobbies. Trust me. But outside of those two, Izanami's good because she's got high damage, high shred, the build fits her. She's got insane lane pressure because she has those AoE autos, the ones that go through minions. And in the late game, Sickle Storm, the bonus damage with the bonus attack speed, shreds. Dark Portal's okay. But late game, she just shreds through tanks. She's good at it too. Shibalonke has, I'd say, more power in competitive than he does in ranked, but I still think he is a pick that has merit. Branching Bolas is one of the best, like, steroids in the game. It's constant, and it's so strong. It's just so strong. He is consistently high damage. The build fits him right now. The only problem you have is really your mana issues. But Darkest of Nights is such a powerful tool for your team to have. Even in ranked where there's not that much communication, if you see a team fight going on in mid, turning the lights out on the enemy team is still very disorienting. So, keep that in mind. Other characters you can look at, Cernanos, Chernobog, Danza isn't bad, Ho Yi isn't bad, Ishtar's not bad, Heim's not bad, but those four I mentioned before are pretty strong, or five I mentioned before are pretty strong. Moving over to supports. I'm going to mention them again, because they're still playable, but they've kind of fallen out of favor. Eset and Nox, both are still playable, and I guess Aphrodite and Hell are all still playable, but they kind of fallen out of favor in ranked. There's a lot less, I guess, safety for them, and a lot less deniability that they have, like they used to. Tanks can take hits now, and the lockdown that they provide isn't as lethal as it was before, because tanks don't die from 9 auto attacks by itself anymore. So, I think that's part of the reason. But as per usual, I say this every week, Umoja and Ares, if you're good with them, play them. They're characters that can run games. Umoja more so than Ares, because if Ares gets behind, Ares becomes a lot weaker. But if you're confident with Ares and you feel like you can get ahead, you can set up things for your team, get it going, get the game running, you can run games with this character. But the same thing goes with Umoja. I'd say Umoja is much more consistent, but if you're better with Ares than you are with Umoja, maybe run the Ares. Do what you're comfortable with in ranked. These are just suggestions. If you're not comfortable with any of the picks that I'm saying, I would practice them, but you don't have to follow what I say as Bible. I sincerely hope you don't follow what I say as Bible, because it's not... I say Bible as if I follow a religion, but that's an entirely different narrative that I'm not going to go into. These are just suggestions for you. I'm trying to help players who are trying to rank up, whether it's from bronze to silver, silver to gold, or from silver to masters, right? I'm just trying to help you guys out. And these are the picks that are doing well right now. Keep you up with the meta. That's what I'm doing. Meta update. And Umoja and Ares are always going to be solid picks that can run games. Just how the characters are designed. If you want to look outside of them, I'd look at the elephant. This character providing at max rank with his 2, providing an item's worth of protections to his carries is absolutely ridiculous. Also, a silence, a disorienting CC like a silence is very annoying for tanks to dive into. Like if they have a Sun Wukong or like a Thor who's diving your backline and absolutely running them. Just standing there and protecting your backline, making their job annoying, is something you can do, and maybe your carries can get through them in time. You know, or you can force a relic. Or you can keep them out. You can stall them long enough. Or their jungler is somebody like Pele, or somebody who relies on their abilities more than their auto attacks. You can prioritize making sure their life is hell in diving your carries. Ganesha has so many things that he can do right now. Protection shred, damage amplification with his 1. The protection that his 2 provides. He's so good right now. You should definitely be picking up the elephant if you don't already have one in the kit. Terra is another solid pick. She's been good for a very long time now. Bacchus, Atlas, Athena, Kuzenbo, all solid right now. Geb isn't terrible. Maui doesn't feel terrible. Sobek doesn't feel terrible. You've got a lot of options right now. All right, mid lane. Time to talk about Grammy again. Baba Yaga runs games. Plain and simple. This character has a ridiculous amount of damage. She's difficult to dive because of the randomness of her abilities. You don't know what her 2 is going to do to you. Either reduce your damage, it's going to slow you. And her 1, the thing is, you have a slight indicator on what her 2 is going to do with you for the brief second she's holding it. But with her 1, you have no fucking clue what she's going to have or do. She could have increased protections, or movement speed, or a slow, or a silence. You don't know. And you also don't know what the shape of that is going to be. This character can be very deceptively difficult to dive. Because her movement is limited in that it takes a while to charge up and you can CC her out of it. But she's got a lot of things to keep her off of you, and the fact that she could still build Prophetic and it feels like she's a tank almost is crazy. This character is nuts, and if you're a mid laner and you're not playing this pick, it's time to stop sleeping on Grandma. Oh, let me show you the build. This is kind of what my mid laner, kind of top-end GM mid laner is building on her right now. And I would say this is just pretty solid. Merlin, another solid pick. Right now, with how the builds are working, with the percent pen, and Merlin is most of the time going to just be a solid mage. He's got, the only problem he has is that he doesn't have good confirm. He's got good shred, good tank shred, good objective burn, good area denial, good defense, decent escapability, area deniability. It's just, he's got a lot. He's just got a few weaknesses, but overall, he's just a very solid pick. Other picks you can look at, Giannis. This character, I've started banning this character over Nox now. Nox was something that I kept banning, but people have stopped playing it, so I've stopped picking it. Giannis is fucking annoying. That's all this character does, is they run around in circles, going through walls, then come back through the wall, and then go through the wall, and they throw abilities that do a ridiculous amount of damage, and they walk back through the wall, and they run away, and you can never catch them, unless you're playing specific characters that catch them. This character is really annoying, and if you're good with Giannis, especially, you can run lobbies. Like, absolutely make a fool out of the enemy team. I'm not kidding. Some people literally make you look like a clown playing Giannis into them. It's crazy. Like I said, Agni, Tiamat, Morgan Le Fay. Hell is playable, Hebo's playable. I wouldn't call them amazing, but, like, they're still playable. Disco's still playable. You've got a good amount of options. Scylla's playable. Got decent options. Moving on to junglers, we gotta talk about this boy. I think I said this last week. I don't remember entirely. But you could literally go to Smite troll builds or Smite random build generator, get any amount of items on this character, and it will work. This god is broken. He is the best character in the game. And that is a product of a couple of things. He plays multiple roles. He traditionally plays 2. I could bargain that he plays 3, but he traditionally plays 2. You could build him full damage, you can build him full tank, you could build him hybrid. You could probably build him with attack speed if you want. It's nuts. He is tanky even if you go full damage. He does incredible work with Bumba's Hammer. He does incredible work with Eye of the Jungle. He is insane. He's borderline impossible to trade into. And if he gets ahead, he just runs the lobby. If you're a jungler and you don't have this pick in your pocket, first off, you probably aren't entirely concerned because if he's getting banned every single game. But if you're a first pick and you're a jungler, you could say in the chat, hey, don't ban Robin, I want to play him. Can we pick him for me? And I'm sure most teammates will be like, yeah, I'm down to have a Robin on my team. Like, Robin runs lobbies, man. It's crazy. But outside of Robin, picks like Thor, Kali, Bakasura run lobbies. Kali and Bakasura especially. Kali is just what she always has been. She gets a couple items, and she just starts left-clicking and killing. Bakasura does the same thing. He hits level 5, he steals shit, he gets ahead, and he just starts killing. Thor is in a similar boat to Robin because you can't build whatever you want on Thor, but you can build tanky, you can build hybrid, but he's got a semi-global, and he could do some pretty good work. Other picks you can look at, Serket, Ratatosker, Set, that sort of stuff. Cleo isn't bad, Awilix isn't bad situationally, Naja isn't bad. Normally I'd switch over to the Warrior tab, but we gotta talk about him again. Robin is the best character in the game. In solo lane, he is borderline impossible to trade into because he has shielding in his passive. He has the background existent assassin passive, which is just pen that exists because he is an assassin. So he does extra damage and is able to trade into the warriors in the early game. He is ridiculous. Like I said, this character runs lobbies no matter what the role is. He will win games. It's really nothing about it. It is almost impossible to trade into him. If you are a solo laner and you have first pick, you could say, hey, can we not ban Robin? I want to see if I can get him. He's probably going to get banned, but you could try. I'm going to talk about Thor again because Thor also has similar things, but is weaker than Robin. Thor has the Assassin Pen passive. He can trade into warriors and do it pretty consistently. Items like Manticore Spikes. He likes Soul Eater, something he can build, but he doesn't have to build it. He likes Glad Shield. Those items feel good on him. So you can play it in solo lane. Moving over to the warriors. Wukong, I've come to like terms with it. Wukong is probably like the best warrior right now. He feels good. He's something akin to Jormungandr if he was a warrior, but better. The problem with Jormungandr is that Jormungandr, when he gets caught and doesn't have like purification beads, he's dead. Like almost guaranteed dead. Wukong doesn't have that problem because Wukong has multiple ways to get away from somebody where Jormungandr doesn't. And also, Wukong's not as massive of a target, but Wukong has really high damage, is able to 1v1 late game carries, loves the items that are being built right now, Glad Shield, Soul Eater that he builds, he even likes Manticore Spikes, Pridwin, all that stuff. I've been going Talisman of Energy. I've been really liking it. Some people have been sleeping on it, but it's super strong, in my opinion. He feels good. Outside of him, Achilles, Tyr, Cullen. Guan Yu is still playable and pretty strong. Mulan isn't bad. Chaac isn't bad. King Arthur isn't bad. Hercules is still playable. But it's really up to you. And then the Worm. Jormungandr himself is still pretty good. Very high pressure, very high damage, but he has the problem where he can get caught. So, yeah. Anyway, that's it. A little bit of a longer video, but I wanted to explain a bit more, and I guess I was a bit more expressive with myself in this one. But, if you're already subbed, please do. I'd greatly appreciate it. Check out the links below. Want to support me? Join the Discord. All the YouTube BS. Peace.